How's it going? Can you hear me? Test. No, not a whole lot. Just putting together that tool cart I picked up. I'm not sure if you can hear me any better. Oh, sweet. Yeah, it was nuts. I was trying to use my phone, and the bearded Viking said it was pretty much sounding like I was in a blizzard. So, trying to get a little bit better about live streaming and audio and all that stuff. But baby steps. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was kind of surprised at how well it's put together. For the price, it was what was it? Well, like 185 or something like that. And it beats putting tools in buckets and kind of spread around the shop. So hopefully this will increase my efficiency and things like that. Especially if I'm picking up more than Sometimes you buy multiple tools when you've actually had one all along that was just hiding from you. How's your maps been selling? Those are really, really cool. Nice, nice. Nothing wrong with that. My dad was partially joking. He's like, well, when I pass away, you're going to get my huge tower toolbox, and it's filled to the brim and all that. But, it's nice to have one of my own, too. So it'll be nice to actually have stuff locked up a little bit better than just hanging out. Yeah, sorry about your dad passing, but yeah, you can never have too many clamps. Like when I go to estate sales and stuff like that, it's kind of like the Woodworkers Chronicle. It's like any tools or anything like that. It's like they're meant to be passed down. Yeah, it's not too bad out. Nice little breeze going on. The good old Menards extra shop light I picked up. Uh, Fits perfect for an outdoor light. So all the college students are out partying, and my neighbor, he was outside with his family for a little bit, but not really making too much noise. So should be good. At least for a little bit. I think Rachel will be calling about 20 minutes or so. But yeah, I went to the sawmill earlier today and picked up some projects pieces for the Brownville job. That's gonna be like 2 bathroom, dining room table, some really cool shelves and things like that. So it's really exciting that I'm starting to reach the artistic community and things like that. So then I'm going to be doing probably a total bolt coat on it too. So I'm going to see if I can do the epoxy work on site. Because worst case scenario, I could start getting a whole bunch of mosquitoes in there and stuff like that. They might appreciate it a little bit more natural, but don't want to take that risk, especially spending $100 for some epoxy. As you can tell, my pretty shop in the background. Maybe one day I'll get a paint coat on it. I was thinking about maybe doing that slate gray on it. Then do like my logo on the carriage doors. Yeah, this one's kind of like an install and everything. It's a new house. Oh, that's awesome. Are you turning it into like a bar top or something, or is it going to be used as a diving board again? Uh, One of my buddies, he's originally from Riverside, California, and he said if I ever find a surfboard, he wants like an outdoor bar table with a surfboard. Oh, that's cool though. Any importance to it? Like, is that where they first learned to dive or anything like that? Hmm. Well, that's pretty neat though, regardless. What are you going to use for the base? Oh, okay. Huh. Have you been filming the whole process, or for YouTube, or you just trying to get it done? Yeah, that's the problem. Like, this has so little storage. It's like 64 gigs. So I've been using my tablet, and then anything I upload to Instagram, I'll download with what is it? In-down IO. So you can actually take anything you upload there and download it to a different device, which that's helped out because, you know, I have like 3 years of content building the business, and I've literally had to delete a lot of it, which is kind of depressing. I really don't want to, you know, spend years searching through Facebook just to find them and try to save them, run out of storage, and, you know, start the process all over again. But so I think I really want to do like a maybe like a 3-year recap. I'll hit 3 years in November. So then maybe if I really try to pump it or something, maybe I can get close to. Oh, yeah, I need to do that. Maybe I could get close to at least 500 subs and what is it, 2,000 watch hours. I think I have like 700 more to go. I don't even know if lives count as towards watch hours or not. It's kind of hard to tell. First, I'm trying to get to 2K just to get that halfway mark. But the big goal will be is oh, that's all right. Good to know though. But it's kind of nice to at least reach out to people, and who knows, maybe I'll actually get another sub or something. Especially how sporadic these are, so can't really count on them to happen. As Rachel said on Facebook, all she could hear was like static. And she said it looked like I was just sitting here. Oh, nice, man. $923 subs, or subs are ours. Oh, nice, man. That's gonna be sweet. Yeah, I kind of wish I took YouTube a little bit more serious ages ago, even though I was kind of intimidated and scared and all that. with your maps, can you do any like build plans, like kind of explaining that program you told me about? Because it seems like digital plans are kind of a way to supplement some good income. Oh, sweet. Do you sell anything else on Etsy? I really need to start mine, but problem is with these custom builds, I really just don't have inventory, and I need to take a little bit more time to do it. Because Shopify is nice for the beard balm and beard oil, but you know, I'm doing all the work to try to drive traffic there. It's not like they can just search for, you know, mom or dad's gifts and they want to get beard balm or something. But I don't even know if I'd even be able to compete there because their prices are so cheap, and I can't afford to buy like bulk, so I really want to be, you know, gaining any momentum or monetary value. Besides, you know, hopefully getting like the star seller, and maybe that might change. I reached out to that one TikTok guy. He has 2 million subs. That led to a few sales, but I was hoping it would be a little bit more though. Which I was very appreciative that he even did it, because you know, a lot of people usually want some type of compensation or something like that. So, but he said, yeah, no problem, just send it. So I want to send some to the Bearded Viking, and I want to send some to Ryan with cutting it close. Because over at WorkbenchCon, he you know, he spent some time and just chit-chatted with me and stuff. It was very cool. Learned a lot. So, kind of like pay it forward a little bit to him, and you know, some of the ideas he was kind of throwing in my direction might be really great with the CNC I got. So hopefully I get some time to actually get to using that. But for the price, you know, I couldn't pass it up. 'Cause, you know, I've been talking about the CNC for almost 3 years, no, a year and a half. Oh, cool. So how's your summer been? Oh, that's awesome. Then are you an Eagle Scout? just an instructor, or? Oh, that's awesome. Rachel and her dad, we're gonna go down for they signed up for the donkeys or the mule rides down to the bottom and stay in a cabin and everything like that. But I guess they were having a lot of rain down there, so they had to shut it down. Summer's been crazy, especially at work. You know, getting campus ready and trying to build the business, and with my mom's surgery and stuff like that, I'd spend a little bit more time in Omaha, which nothing wrong with that. You know, sometimes the setbacks and surgeries and all that, you know, are kind of a blessing too. At least now she's in less pain, but they weren't able to like seal all the holes in her spine at first. So apparently that's like the worst headache you'll ever have, is when you're losing that fluid. So she said, you know, it's like 10 times worse than the worst migraine or anything like that. But so they had to open her back up, clear up some infection, get that sealed back up. Now she's doing a lot better. I'm gonna go to my parents' house tomorrow. Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah, so tomorrow I'll head over there, and I think we'll have a little cookout, enjoy the 100-degree weather, and then I have to run and pick up some birch plywood from Menards. I have a customer that wants some cornhole boards. They paid a little extra to kind of squeeze in for Brownville. So yeah, I've been trying to get better about that, but you know, it's kind of nice to work with those newer customers, especially because this person's from Omaha. So I've been trying to really reach the cities. I've been doing a little bit of work for one office there, and hopefully that turns into something more. Oh, I cheated. The first time I did them, I did with a jigsaw, and they almost look like flat, you know, footballs. So I ended up getting a hole saw, 6-inch. Now it's just perfect, you know, clean cut. But you know, live and learn. Sometimes you try to do stuff the hard way, which you think's gonna be easy. I think I used like ice cream pails, like the template and everything like that. But at least that was on chipboard though. That wasn't on birch ply. Then it's just it's a lacquer finish with a little decal. Nice. Yeah, yeah. That hole saw is just so slick, you know, just easy and. Yeah, I really would like for homecoming, since I'm a alum and I played for Peru. Our boosters want to do like maybe a cornhole tournament. So I was thinking about maybe doing some final decals from STL. Uh, Greg, I don't know if you follow his page or not, but he does a lot of CNC work, but he also does epoxy and vinyl cutouts and a lot of different things. And I just learned that he has a cabinet shop too, so he's kind of well versed. But I was thinking about maybe doing like a black silhouette with like the Bobcat helmet, like with their, so it really can't like, I don't know, point out what player it actually is, but I think that'd be really neat to do something like that. I just need to talk to marketing and get permission to use the Bobcat logo, and you know, I think something like that might draw a lot of attention and maybe lead to a few custom orders. Yeah. Yeah, I'm grateful, for working for the college after graduating and everything like that. And, you know, that was one of the reasons why I was able to get my house. So, and start the business here. It was like one of those deals of a lifetime where I'd have been stupid to say no. So to be able to buy the house and have the shop, that was a labor of love to actually get it heated and insulated. But yeah, yeah. So with the wedding and stuff, I have to figure out what I want to do with this opportunity here. Do I still run the business out of here, or do I rent it out to students? As you can tell, mine's nothing special. So, but at least it's a roof over my head, and you know, keeps the snow out, keeps the rain out, keeps things dry. But it only has like one outlet. I need to do some wiring, but I would say it's probably like a 16 by 20. But like even out on this concrete pad, I have two extra benches. So when I get that Menards little shed, I think I'll have one of these in here and move all the wood out from there and put it into the shed. Because I have like huge walnut slabs that are just in the way, and it's super frustrating when you're stumbling over stuff, and bowling in China shop, especially when you're carrying heavy slabs and you're knocking over stuff. And now having the CNC in there, the laser, more things to break. So I just need to spend the 500 or 600 and oh, nice. Ideally, that's what I really want to do. Have like a lean-to, have an outdoor workbench. I've dabbled a little bit in blacksmithing, but I really want to get more into it. But Rachel says I have to wait, which she's right. I need to focus on building the business first, and then I can have a little bit more fun. Yeah, a lot of people said I'll find that out quick, but we'll see. I'm kind of hard-headed, doing life backwards, waiting, until I think I bought the house when I was 35 or something, and started the business, then finally proposed, and but, yeah. So May 3rd's the wedding, so it's coming up quick. I proposed the day before my wedding, or my birthday, because I was kind of focused on, like, I really wanted to do it last year. Had some setbacks with some big projects, and some random lady, so we went to the botanical gardens, and I knew I was going to propose sometime, but this random lady comes like the opposite direction, like in the dome. She's like, hey, do you want your picture taken? And I was like, well, now or never type thing. So that's when I threw the brochure down and popped the question. And the lady was so like frantic, and she didn't know if she got it or anything, but she actually captured me proposing, so that was pretty cool. Yeah, so we already got the venue and all that. We've already done engagement photos. We just need to get invites out. The problem is we got, yeah, yeah. Well, it was a whole ordeal because Rachel calls me the picture king, and the person was asking for the tickets. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot my phone. So she like comes with me. And I'm like, oh, I should go grab my vest, and that's where the ring was. So she was like, oh, I'm gonna go with you, and she's like, nah, I better stay because it was pretty cold. But it was just kind of funny because I was wearing like a hoodie or something, where it would have been obvious if I had that walnut ring box in my pocket. So Yeah, I did a little time lapse of that, but that was pretty cold because I think it's probably right around like -40. Here I'm in the shop, you know, you only can work about maybe an hour before your hands just kind of give up. I had plenty of coffee and stuff like that, but so yeah, I could get the shop up to like 50, but it would take almost like 2 hours to heat up, and I would be burning through so much propane. So I think this year I'm gonna probably move the CNC and laser into like my dining room area. Have wood floors. The house, you know, kind of still looks like a shop a little bit, more like a bachelor pad. So Rachel won't mind too much. Uh, that's kind of the perks of having like at least wood floors and stuff like that. So it's easy just to sweep up. I'm gonna be getting that shop vac or the Festool and try to get a better dust extraction. So. So are you a full-time woodworker now? Nice. Very cool, man. When did you know it was time to take the like jump? Was this project rolling in and you're like, I can make a... Oh yeah. Did you have a moment where you're like, I need to take a jump and pursue woodworking, or was it just like you're burned out and you need something different? Uh, Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, because I bet you're still having to work from home or something, and cool. Was your wife on the fence for a while, or was she all for it? I see. Yeah, I don't even know like what a magic number for me would be. I guess that's kind of like one of the perks of kind of bootstrapping my way up and you know, kind of getting by and just trying to live within my means. But sometimes, you know, buying these expensive tools and stuff's been very tough. Like usually I'm trying to hold out until I absolutely need them. But it's been weird how some people have claimed I've been like showboating and stuff for some of the successes, but you know, I think good stuff's some things are worth at least sharing. You know, it's not like I'm always talking about money or anything like that. It's just talking about the wins, even if they're small. Did you join the sawdust community, the one for $1? Oh, definitely. Yeah, it's crazy when even I've been starting to get. It's not the BV group. It's the Sawdust Startups by 731. He has like an intro class where it's I think it's $1 a month. The full board stuff, that's like 50 a month, which that's what I'm a part of right now, and it's well worth it. It's an awesome community. But I wouldn't. It's definitely helped with like sales and Etsy, like learning more about the Etsy and stuff like that. But I haven't had a chance to really put it to use because I don't have an Etsy set up yet. And it's kind of talks a little bit more about smalls, but it also dives deeper into like the YouTube. That's really what like grabbed my attention. And I kind of wanted to like support Matt as well. Obviously, he doesn't need any extra support or anything like that, but I feel like I was kind of led to do it. You know, like the opportunity presented itself where I could financially could do it, and it's paid for itself. Probably even just that first month. And since it is community based, you know, I've been meeting a lot of the guys in there as well. We're able to like shoot, you know, info back and forth and things like that. So, but yeah, for the $1, it's at least worth checking out. Then if you feel like it's something that you could invest in, then you can sign up for the sawdust. Okay, cool. Yeah, then Matt's also talked about Think Media, which usually at work I'll be listening to their podcast. Just you know, more about that like mind shift changing things like that. You know, a few years ago, one of the professors I had, you know, he like just started talking about, you know, like the law of attraction and stuff like that. So I started like digging deeper into it. It was kind of interesting to see because, you know, there's even like biblical principles, you know. And I started digging into like Myron Goldwyn, and he talks a little bit more about, you know, the financial impact, the power of wealth and things like that, what you can do with it compared to a lot of people always say it's evil, which I was kind of growing up that way, you know. Sometimes it's easier when you're barely getting by, you know, and trying to be humble and live within your means and stuff like that. Where sometimes you're missing out on some of the great things where you could be able to bless someone else, you know, if you had a little bit more abundant opportunities and stuff like that. So by just doing that little shift in the mind, that's really helped out. So it's kind of cool to be able, like with the woodworking, you know, without the woodworking, I wouldn't have been able to do a lot of what I've ever really been able to do recently. Because without it, I wouldn't have been able to afford a ring, you know. I don't know if you saw my boot post, but a lot of people think it's kind of crazy, you know, working for a state, but, you know, we only get paid once a month and things like that. So building a business, you know, I think almost everyone needs to build some type of business, at least give it a try. I know a lot of people are afraid of taxes and stuff like that, but taxes save so much. You know, that's another thing. It's like, stop thinking of everything as evil, you know, and maybe some stuff sucks, you know, especially property taxes, but, you know, since I've run the business out of the house, there's a lot more tax write-offs and things like that at least I can take advantage of. Oh, definitely. Yeah, I'm grateful for having a full-time plus this. That's my biggest struggle. It's like, what's the magic number? And because when I do move, either I'm going to be fixing up the house here, try to produce content off of that, and sell it, or try to run the business out of here, then build the shop out there. There's a lot of decisions, but a few months ago I put in for the grade 3, so that was a nice raise for reclassifying. So that helped out tons. You know, that's gonna pay for our honeymoon, things like that. So I'll be moving to Beatrice, so it's pretty much 70 miles southwest of here. So just pretty much up the road, quote unquote. But it's kind of nice. Peru is 70 to there, or 70 to my parents. So now it'll be about a 2.5 hour drive to Omaha, but we'll be a little closer to Lincoln. So. But she was taking care of her grandpa, then he ended up passing, and she's looking at inheriting, you know, and but it's not going to be given or anything like that. So we're definitely going to work and pay, and so it's going to take some time. So I have to see if I can rent part of the shop, because there's like a 60 by 40 or something, pretty big, like almost like too big, you know, because there's tractors in there and things like that. So, you know, just imagine trying to heat that. That'd be insane. So I'll probably maybe just build another like 16 by 20, do like a wood stove type thing. But I have to do a lot of soul searching on that, you know. It's like, or do I reach out to a farmer, you know, and maybe rent his barn? Or do I get a shop in town in Beatrice, which then I'd have like rent, which, you know, I'd be kind of worried. It's like, what if I can't make rent? If it's like $1,000 a month or something, and I have a project that's, you know, a high ticket item, but, you know, you don't get paid until 90 days later. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, definitely. But I think hopefully in a few weeks we'll have a meeting with her uncle and mom and stuff like that, and her dad, and we can kind of discuss more, because they really want to. They're supportive of the business, and they want to see like my business plan and kind of how I want to maneuver going full time. Because ideally and personally, I see this as being, you know, 6 figures from what I've been able to produce part-time, even though I'm putting in some crazy hours, you know, beyond full-time. You know, I'm even using work vacation to work, and because next week's project, you know, that's huge. That'll be the biggest for the business. So, and for that clientele, I want it to be as top-notch as it can be, you know, and take out any of like the crazy stuff that might happen or could happen. So if I can do like the epoxy there, would be awesome, because I can only imagine having like the cat walk through the epoxy, you know. Yeah. Yeah, then, you know, with these bigger furniture pieces, it's like I'm strong, but it's like, how strong will I be, you know, 5 years from now? I assume I'll still be just as strong, maybe a little bit more gray, but, you know, carrying those like 4x8, 2-inch thick walnut slabs, you know, it's just, it's not really even the heavy aspect, it's just awkward. You know, you have to be very limber, which I'm thankful that I'm a big advocate of like doing yoga and stretching and stuff like that. So a lot of people joke around, they don't expect, you know, a big man to be as flexible as I am, but I don't want to be like those youngins that are growing in with back pain, you know, that are like in their 20s, and but oh, nice. Yeah, ideally, you know, I'd love to have like all my benches like a perfect height, so I could just back up and just slide tables in and out of my truck. But what was it? The first dining room table. So I had like the shop going on in the basement, because I have like a small like 7x7 room. I was able to do the glue up, but I literally had to carry the table out from the basement, go around, you know, there's snow on the ground, take it into the living room, so I could actually do the epoxy, because it is nice. Now that's cool. Yeah, I'm thankful of having this pad here, so I can actually be out here and originally, before proposing to Rachel, I was gonna expand and build out. So then it'd have been, a 32 at least or something. But it might have been kind of awkward because I'd have had like a wall here, with a garage door here, then butted up to there and try to heat and things like that. Who knows? Maybe I'll get fancy and actually have AC going. I think I'd be too spoiled with that though. I'm more about the natural cooling of the wind blowing and and the good thing is I can drink coffee, in the wee hours and still fall asleep just as well. This will be the hot. Yeah, I'd love to have like an outfeed table too. Oh man, yeah, take care. Appreciate you watching. Uh, you're definitely a huge support, especially of the YouTube. Maybe it's nothing special, but it means a lot to me. And hopefully I continue to get better. But the problem is, storage, trying to get all the fancy stuff because I'm very raw, when it comes to trying to film and stuff like that. So, but I appreciate you following along for the journey, man. Have a good night. Oh, definitely.